So your plants are going to flush micro droplets of fat out of your muscles and even out of your liver. Plants do that. They cleanse you. So we really want to focus on getting our fruits and vegetables every single meal is what I shoot for. But if you're just getting started, maybe start with one meal. Then after a week or two, go to 2 meals and work up from there. Hey friend, welcome to the Menopause Makeover. Do you want to lose weight and keep it off? Are you struggling with stubborn weight gain, trying everything but seeing no results? Do you wake up with big ambitions only to feel exhausted and overwhelmed as the day goes on, leaving your own needs last? Hey, I'm Chris. I know exactly what it feels like to battle the perimenopause spread, that frustrating weight gain that seems to come out of nowhere. What used to work for weight loss suddenly stopped, and my hormones left me sleep-deprived, depressed, unmotivated, and anxious, not to mention dealing with relentless hot flashes. I was a busy homeschooling, midlife working mom and health coach, yet I felt lost when it came to my own body. I wanted more energy, less belly fat, and more strength. I felt powerless. Until I found health strategies to work with my hormones, not against them, I couldn't lose weight, and I didn't even feel like myself. In this podcast, you will find out how to stop the weight loss struggle, why your hormones are all over the place, and how to support them, and how to get healthy when you feel lost and alone so that you can feel good in your body again. Grab your sipper, pop in those earbuds, and let's go. Hello, friends, and welcome to the podcast. Today, I am going to teach you what is going on with the belly fat, what's going on with slow weight loss or no weight loss. Today, I want to give you tools to get unstuck. There are reasons why we get stuck, and I've actually talked about that in one of my previous podcasts. I'll link there. It's called Why the Belly Fat, and it's like, why all of a sudden the belly fat? But what I want to teach you today is really how to get unstuck with your weight loss. This is coming from the Trim Healthy Wisdom book. I was able to get my hands on this book before it was available, thanks to Pearl, who is a good friend of mine, but I am a coach, and so I was privy to this information. Plus, I listened to lots of the podcasts where they're bringing some of this nuanced information about how to really get unstuck in menopause, perimenopause, and really what is going on here. That's what we want to start with. And what I want to say, the main difference between what I was doing previously in my 30s and early 40s to what I'm doing now, that is a game changer, is that we are using protein as a precision tool to rebuild lean muscle mass, to turn on metabolism, or that means fat burning, to combat or even augment midlife hormonal changes with a focus on leucine, which is an amino acid, cleaner protein choices, and strategic timing. Basically, this is what we're doing in a nutshell, but I want to break that down so that you understand exactly what that means. First, it's important to understand the bottom line is this. We want to turn on fat burning. We want to rev the metabolism. We're going to need to deal with insulin resistance. We're going to need to deal with fat in our muscles and fat in our cells. So we need to understand the connection between lean body mass and metabolism. And basically, the more lean you are, the more revved your metabolism is. The more muscle you have, the more calories you're going to burn at rest. And we want to focus on regaining our fat burning ability by optimizing lean body mass. How do we do that? We do it through nutrition. We do it through exercise. We do it through lifestyle. So muscle is your metabolism. Look at it like that. It is your greatest fat burning weapon. And one of the things that happens and why we do gain belly fat and even fat in our perimenopause and menopausal years is one of the main things besides estrogen decline is muscle loss. Muscle loss accelerates after the age of 30 and it plummets in menopause. This is because of hormonal changes which shift our body composition in an unfavorable way. So this is why we are using protein as a tool to maintain your muscle, to actually keep your muscle. So protein, I say protein is king because it builds and it maintains lean body mass. It stabilizes blood sugar, it increases your satiety, and it helps prevent bone loss. These things are very important in menopause. And when we're talking about getting unstuck, it also is going to help build and help you keep that muscle, which is key. Protein also supports brain function, immune health, yes, hormones, and it's thermogenic, which means your body is going to have to work to burn through that protein. So what we want to do is we want to protect our muscles. We want to clean our muscles, and we want to build our muscles. And this is the way, this is the key in the lock of the door to get unstuck, to get that metabolism to fire up. We need to stop the muscle loss. So the way that we do this is we have adequate protein to protect that decline. What is adequate protein? It is 25 to 30 grams of protein 3 to 4 times a day. Not 2 times a day, not a big amount one time a day, but it's throughout the day that you are feeding those muscles. So what that would look like is breakfast, 25 to 30 grams, lunch, same thing, a snack, same thing, dinner, same thing, done after dinner, usually. And maybe some people need a little protein before bed. Maybe you sleep better when you have protein. But we're looking at those numbers because that amount is going to give you the amount of leucine, if we have the right protein, the amount of leucine, which is 3 grams at each of those settings, to be able to build and maintain and even protect the muscle. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to have the right type of protein. So we don't want an excessive amount of animal protein that can actually turn on mTOR pathways and turn on inflammation, but we want an adequate amount of animal protein. And guess what? Plant protein together. That's the magic wand, is when we have lean animal protein, such as fish, turkey, chicken, and we add some plant protein, lentils, garbanzo beans, quinoa, and we're adding those together to get our 25 to 30 grams of protein. The animal protein is important because that contains the leucine. The plants do not contain the leucine. The fermented dairy, that's a great protein source if you can do dairy. That contains a little bit of leucine. So when you add all of these different proteins together, you're going to get your 25 to 30 grams with the amount of leucine that we need. Did you know that I have a free community of women in midlife just like you? Busy women who are working hard to lose weight with the Trim Healthy plan but feel hijacked by hormones and unexplained weight gain. I share menopause tips, superfood spotlights, delicious recipes, and so much more. Come join us at facebook.com/groups/get-your-trim-on. Now, the next thing that we need to do that's protecting our muscle, we need to clean our muscle. What happens is when we have too much fat in our cells, our fat begins to spill over because our cells can't contain it anymore. And that fat begins to go to your liver and it begins to go to your muscles. And it takes up space in your muscles so that your muscle can't grow. So we need to clean that muscle. And the way that we do that is mainly with plants. Isn't that interesting? With plants. That's fruits, that's vegetables. So that's why it's so important when you have your protein that you're adding plants. Anytime I'm eating protein, I'm adding plants to that. Now, another way to add our lean, clean protein is to add supplemental protein, which is what I love about the Trim Healthy products because these are the cleanest protein sources and they are what's called optimized. What does that mean? That means that they have created these proteins with extra amino acids, one called glycine, and other biochemical things that I know not of, and they probably can't even share just because it's their brand. But what they do is they make your muscle cell open up and receive all of the essential amino acids or receive all of the whey protein powder, where a lot of other products, your cells aren't open to that. And so that whey sits around, maybe is stored as fat. And so that's why I love to utilize these essential amino acids and the optimized, because as well, they do contain the amount of leucine that you need. So you can eat your protein in whatever way that you would like. Maybe you prefer more plant proteins. We can utilize the essential amino acids. We could utilize the optimized protein powder to get the protein that we need. I like to say that type of supplementation takes me to the finish line. Every day I know I have gotten my protein in because I'm supplementing. I'm eating the 3 meals and a snack with protein, and I'm also supplementing with the protein powder and the essential amino acids. So your plants are going to flush micro droplets of fat out of your muscles and even out of your liver. Plants do that. They cleanse you. So we really want to focus on getting our fruits and vegetables every single meal is what I shoot for. But if you're just getting started, maybe start with 1 meal. Then after a week or 2, go to 2 meals and work up from there. Another thing that those plants do is they help reduce inflammation and they actually help reverse insulin resistance. Most of us in our midlife years are more insulin resistant because many reasons, lack of estrogen, yo-yo dieting, and many, many other factors. Hormones definitely play a part of that. And so we want to combat the insulin resistance. The best way to do that, or one of the best ways to do that, besides getting your adequate protein, which is also going to help you become insulin sensitive, are the plants, the plant kingdom, the vegetables, and the fruits. They are paramount. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to protect the muscle. We're going to keep that muscle with the protein. We're going to clean them with the plants. And also I'm talking about legumes and nuts and seeds, all of those. Beautiful, beautiful, because they have the fiber in them. These things have fiber, and fiber is also another player in combating insulin resistance and also helping with blood sugar regulation and satiation and another important detoxification, which is very important. So another benefit of using these plant strong foods is that it helps reduce uric acid. It helps restore our gut, which is a lot of times whacked out because of going through hormonal changes. And it also helps us become more sensitive to insulin, which is what we want, because insulin is going to cause fat storage and we want to turn on fat burning. So next, we want to build muscle. When we have more muscle, it actually reverses the effects of the hormone loss and muscle wasting. You stop losing your muscle when you start building your muscle. It improves, and may I say, it turns on fat burning and it helps us become more insulin sensitive. Think about those muscles when every time they're contracting, every time they're pumping, they're going and pumping out the excess glucose that is floating around in your body, in your cells. So the more you're contracting your muscles, the better that you're going to have in regulating that insulin. So one of the things that I love to do after meals is I love to do some type of movement because I am helping my body be insulin sensitive after what I've eaten. So that would be 3 sets of 10 squats. That might be 3 kettlebell swings. That's a 5 or 10 minute walk. That's 10 minutes on my whole body vibration plate. That is any type of movement. You're contracting your muscles, and you actually want to do that throughout the day. That is going to help you get unstuck. The protein is going to help you get unstuck. The plants are going to help you get unstuck. So what we're looking at as far as adequate protein to build muscle, we're looking at 4 to 6 ounces of meat or fish. We're looking at using eggs, but not too many eggs because eggs can be a heavier, more dense food. So what we like to do is lighten it up. And we like to say 2 eggs with half a cup of egg whites is going to give you 25 grams of protein. 1 cup of cottage cheese, tofu, or tempeh is going to get you up around the same. And so we really want to utilize our clean sources. Yes, some red meat is fine. Fish is beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Plants for sure, but plants are not going to give you all the essential amino acids. So we want to pair our plants with some animal protein or with some supplemental protein. The next thing besides adequate protein is strength training. It has to be lifting heavy. Now, of course, we're not going to start there. If you aren't there, you're going to start with body weight, and then you're going to move up and add a little bit of weight until you get acclimated. And then once you get acclimated, your muscles get used to it, your nervous system gets used to it, you are going to lift heavy enough so that your last 3 repetitions are difficult. Now, that's going to look different for each and every one of us depending on where we are, and you want to meet yourself where you are, but you want to be lifting. That is the key. It is the only way to build that muscle, and it is going to serve you because it's going to turn on your metabolism. It's going to rev your metabolism. It's going to make you insulin sensitive. It is a longevity organ. Our muscles are. So we need to build. And then we need to restore and really maintain our muscle. And the way that we do that is we utilize our protein sources after our workout. So my favorite thing to take are the essential amino acids with creatine after my workout. Your muscles are open. They're going, feed me, feed me, feed me. And I give them the essential amino acids and creatine. Creatine is also muscle recovery. It's also for cognition, and it helps with muscle growth and support. Both of those are a powerhouse. So you're just feeding those muscles after your workout, and that is going to help you build, maintain, and it's going to help you recover. So when we're in midlife, we need more recovery. So instead of doing those split routines, maybe like you used to do in the gym, it's actually better to do 2 to 3 weight training sessions, full body, focusing on that lower body because your lower body muscles are bigger. Those are the ones that are going to give you most bang for the buck. They're going to help you burn more calories. They're going to help rev metabolism. So we're wanting to give your body a recovery in between. So 2 to 3 days of weight training is really all you need to do. You don't need to do a lot more than that. So as we wrap things up here and you're thinking about how can I get unstuck? This is a very specific way for you to start. We want to protect, clean, and build our lean body mass for sustainable fat burning. How do we do that? We prioritize protein. We prioritize plants, and we prioritize strength training. All of this is going to help build muscle, keep muscle, restore muscle. When you do that, you turn on fat burning. When you do that, you get unstuck. Take one of these things. If you don't have enough protein, work on that. If you don't have enough veggies, you want to work on that. If you're strength training and you're not training heavy enough, let's add some weight. If you're not doing any strength training, let's start with maybe something like the Trim Healthy work-ins or body weight exercises. That is a great place to start, but we just don't want to stay there. So for your homework, take a look at where you need to start and pick one thing and work on that. I promise you, once you get the one thing down, then you can go to the next thing. Trying to do all the things sometimes is a lot. So I love to pick one thing, and that protein can be a game changer. Even if you're not changing a whole lot of other things, it really can be a game changer to help you get unstuck and really to turn on fat burning. And it does so many other amazing things as well. All right, ladies, before you go, I have to share something that completely changed my life. If you're sick of brain fog, tossing and turning all night, low-level anxiety, or that stubborn weight gain that just won't budge, trust me, I get it. I struggled for years without realizing that bioidentical hormone therapy could be the game changer I was missing. But then I found KIAORA, and let me tell you, it's been a total transformation. I'm finally sleeping through the night, no more hot flashes, no more brain fog, and my anxiety is gone. I feel fantastic, and it's all thanks to KIAORA's personalized approach to hormone health. Now, just so you know, I've partnered with KIAORA because their hormone solutions truly changed my life. As an affiliate, I may earn commissions if you purchase through my link, but I'm sharing this because I genuinely believe in what they offer. KIAORA specializes in bioidentical hormone therapy designed just for you, backed by expert care and science. And the best part, they make it easy to get started. Take their quick hormone quiz to find out what your body really needs and start feeling like yourself again. No more guessing games. So don't wait. Click the link in my show notes right now, take the quiz, and see how KIAORA can help you finally get your hormones in check. Trust me, your best self is waiting. That's KIAORA, KIAORA. Click the link in the show notes and take the quiz and start your journey to balanced hormones today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share it with a friend who might be struggling to lose weight in perimenopause or even menopause without confusion and without overwhelm? Also, please leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. It blesses me to know this podcast is helping you. Time to grab my protein smoothie and head to the pickleball court. I'll meet you back here on Wednesday for another Honeycast episode. See ya.